Today, we're talking home-based drop sets. Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom and this is Friskified Fitness. Drop sets are great for hypertrophy and they're a great way to get a good workout in a very short period of time. Now, if you don't know what drop sets are, it could be best explained like this. You choose an exercise with a particular weight and you aim for a certain rep range, say 8 to 10. As soon as you reach exhaustion on that set, you immediately lower the weight and you do another set, no rest, for another 8 to 10 or until you hit failure. But you're not done there. You then, without any rest, go for a somewhat lower weight and you do it again. This way, you don't just reach failure on a set, you're able to reach muscular failure, which means essentially you can barely move your arms or legs in the direction that you were for the exercise. Now, there are some pros and cons to using drop sets. The pros, as I mentioned, you can get more work done in less time, which means you could potentially have a shorter workout. They're great for hypertrophy, and they also introduce an aerobic element. Now, the downside, you can't do these every time you work out. You just can't. They are exhausting. They also play heck with your recovery, not just between workouts, but between sets. So if you did, say, 5 drops and then waited 60 to 90 seconds, chances are you would not be able to use the same weights or resistance as you did the first time through. But that doesn't really matter because your muscles will be exhausted. Doing drop sets at home are a little bit trickier than doing it at a gym. For instance, back in the before times, I would do dumbbell bench presses. I would start with 80-pound dumbbells, do 8 reps. And then when I couldn't do any more, usually the 8th rep, I would drop it down to 60 and try to squeeze out as many as I could, probably around 8. At that point, I was pretty exhausted, but I had not reached muscular failure. So I would grab a pair of 40-pounders or 35, depending on the day, and I would rep out. And when I say rep out, I would usually get 8, maybe 10, and by the time I got to that last rep, I couldn't move my arms anymore. Now, the limitation to doing drop sets at home are most of us don't have the financial resources nor the space to have a fully equipped rack of dumbbells or to have spots pull off plates as we go along. So today we're going to do drop sets using a band. We're going to start off with me doing push-ups with the band, and then I will do kneeling presses, and then a floor press, then a push-up, and the 5th one will be kneeling push-ups with the eccentric, the negative motion of a full push-up. You'll see what I mean as we go along. So let's start off. We've got the band. It's not the thickest band in my set, but it'll do the job for us. Get it set. 2. All right. And then we move right on to kneeling, or in this case, sitting presses. Now, the nice part about this is with the kneeling or sitting, in my case, presses, you can have an additional component of abduction, meaning your hands can cross the center line and recruit more muscle fibers. You can also do that on the next phase of our journey, which will be the floor press, which is essentially the same thing as a bench press, but your elbows hit the floor. And when you can't do any more of those, go right on to the push-up. And you'll realize that you can't do as many as you would. So you get on your knees and lower yourself with your full body weight. And you go to muscular failure. Now, I guarantee you, I would not make another kneeling push-up, even if I tried. Now, if you wanted to have bonus points, if you're really feeling your oats at the end, you could end that with an isometric hold for as long as you can. And of course, I'm pretty much at the end of, I was working out before I started shooting the video. So I'm pretty much toast at this point. You can still do drop sets at home. You don't have to just do them at the gym. You can do drop sets at home. It just takes a little bit of imagination, a little bit of creativity, and you can still get a great workout in a short period of time, and you can get a great pump. Well, that's about it for today's video. If you did indeed enjoy today's video, please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe buttons below. My name's Tom. This is Friskified Fitness, and we'll see you next time.